Hey everyone, and welcome to Brick Talk TV Live. It's good to be back after a week break last week when we managed to get to Billund and go to the Lego HQ. But we're back today and we're going to be streaming this Lego Lion Knights Castle build. This was the anniversary set to celebrate 90 years of Lego. It came out in August. It's a massive set, it's 4,500 pieces, just over. So it's going to take us quite a few streams to get through, and this is the first part today. So we'll crack open the box and see how many bags we've got inside the set in a second. Also, do remember to stick your vote on the community tab to see what we build next. I think at the moment, last time I checked, the new camp or Camp New is currently leading. So we've got the football stadium, which is probably going to be the next stream. But if you want something else, then do check out that. Morning, Matthew. Welcome to the stream, or afternoon, wherever you are. So let's crack open this box then and see how many sets of bags we got. And to do that, we'll go to the wide camera. Today, let's see. It seems to be a bit temperamental. This camera. Let's see. It's a bit better. Always a bit temperamental, this one. Let me just angle it up for you so you get a better view of what we've got going on here. Right. So. Also on the back of the box you can see kind of what we're going to be aiming to build here. It's a massive set, it's got internal detail. I did see the original mock-up of this and it looks completely different to how the designers originally envisaged it. Put the box on the floor and see what we've got inside. So bag 17, 23, we've got obviously some large boxes in here as well. 19, 15, 26, 24, 24 again, 25, lots of minifigures in this set as well. 21, 18, 22. 2016, then a few small bags. Also got the standard little leaflet inside these days, which is telling you about the move to removing single plastic inside, moving to paper bags, but there's no paper bags yet in this set. And then we have a big massive box. Try and get it out without smashing the 8080 up. We've got a big box as well to crack open, but let's put in these current bags we've got in reverse order. So I think 26 is the biggest number. So cover to 26, 24, 25. 24, 24, 25, then we've got 24, only one bag for that one as well, 23, just 123, 122, 21, 20, and we've got 19, 18, 17, 16, and 15, so that's 1 to 15 sorted out, and then inside we've got the large box as well, so this should be all the lower numbers, I guess. Number 4, number 8, number 14, number 1, number 6, We've got some oversized plates here as well, so stick them to the sides. 13, another 5, 10, 12, 3, number 7. We've got our big massive instruction book here in a paper envelope, so let's put that to the side. Number 6. Hey Brandon, welcome to the stream. Number 2. Wow. And number 11. Still more. Number 5. So I think number 14 was the biggest bag in the box. So that one. We've got bag 14, then 13, then number 12, 12, 11, 10, there's 9, there's 8, there's 9, 8, number 7, number 6, number 5, a couple for 4, 3, 2 and 1. There we go. So that's the that's all the bag sorting. So there's 26 bags. And then we'll crack open this envelope inside here. Greg, no, I didn't get the UCS Razor Crest yet. I did order it, but I've actually used all my discount staff discount, so I need to wait until my staff discount comes back. So the Razor Crest for the stream will be the smaller Razor Crest. So here's the books. I say books because there are multiple books here. Look, we've got two large instruction books. Let's go to the zoom mode. And you can take a better look here. So it's book number 1, book number 2. Book number 2 feels a bit thicker. We've got the details of the minifigures on the back here as well. So it's the same sort of cover on both here. And then we'll put book number 2 to the side for now. Let's take a look at book number 1. So inside here you can see the history of castles going back to 1978, and you can see the original castle that started it all off, the yellow one, which I actually saw in Billund in the staff museum last week, which was quite cool. So I've got some photos of that which I've put on the community tab as well. Then you can see the different castles through the time. So 1984 was the King's Castle, then the Black Falcon's Forest in 86, Camouflaged Outpost in 87, and the Black Knight's Castle in 92. Then it continues through the 90s with some more castles, 2000s, 2004. Then we've got this weird fortress with the Nexo Knights, which is sort of a bit of a mashup of futuristic kind of things by the look of it. Robots and moving castles on wheels. And this is the 2022. So the last castle sort of update was 2016, if you can call it a castle, with the Nexo Knights. But before that it was 2009 really, for Medieval Market Village is probably the last proper one. And now we're bang up to date. And again, I think this was voted for by fans, so you had to choose what theme Lego were going to use for the 90th anniversary. Castles came out top, and as a result of that, well, there were several that came out top. Lego then decided which theme to build, and the castle one was chosen out of a shortlist. So here you can see the design team as well on the inside. You can spot the difference here with the different update in the sort of crest for the Lion Knights. It's been updated slightly, a bit more detail. And here you can see the designers. So from left to right, you've got Michael here, who's a design master on this set. Then you've got Milan in the middle there, who was the designer. And then Ashwin at the end, who's the graphics designer. So he did all the stickers, minifigure designs. So our build journey then today. Bag number 1, we've got some little accessories that we're going to do here. A little cart with a cow pulling it and a market stall. And then bags 2 through to 13, we're building this part of the castle. So we get to do the sort of cottage area there with thatched roof, which looks quite cool, on the water wheel. And then we've got quite a few minifigures, a few soldiers. We've got like a Robin Hood type character, a blacksmith I think. There's even like a little goat by the look of it, or something like that. So today's stream is going to be 2.5 hours, so we'll finish at 4:30 UK time, so we'll see how far we get today. So let's crack open bag number 1. So first up, the minifigure here. We've got a nice sort of sand green torso going on, and he's got some brown legs on top of that. You can see on his sort of tunic he's got like a little pocket there, and then he's got some details on the back. Then in terms of his face, he's got a smiley face, just a print on the front. He's got some sort of grey chops or hair coming down his side. And he has this cool, don't know what these hats are called, but these pointy Robin Hood type hats going on there as well. And before I put his head on, what I should have done was put his little, almost like a backpack, so he's got a thing on the back there where you can put things inside. We've also got a little hole there if you had a little feather to add that in. And then what he's going to be holding is like a farmer, so he's got a fork going on into his left hand. So there's our first minifigure, looking quite cool. As I said, there's quite a lot in here, a lot of minifigures in this set, which is great as well. Then we're building, I'm thinking these are maybe hay bales, I'm not sure, but we've got these 1x2 grooved bricks. Stick them firstly on top of each other like that, and another one into the side, and then onto those we're going to stick some tan coloured 1x2 grill pieces. I think these are hay bales. What do you reckon? Hay bales? Look like hay bales to me. So then there's that bit as an accessory. Then we've got a cow. How cool is this cow? Look at this. Fully moulded cow. Of course he's got a gap in his back, so we're going to fill that up with a 1x2 brick and then a 1x2 plate in medium nugget on top. So he's got a bit more of a back there. He's even got little udders, I should say she I suppose. He's got udders under there as well. And we've got rooms on her head to stick some horns in. So we've got these little white horns. Oh, the head moves as well, cool. Just, it's going to be fiddly. Just got to stick the horns in her head on both sides. And there's our cow, and as I said, the head moves up and down as well, so you can pose her eating some grass or maybe pulling on a cart. So there's a cow. And next up we're going to build a little barrel with some drinking, I suppose, and there's a little note here that says yon firkin contains a drink so potent it could turn a beard white. So we're going to build something that holds that. So we start with a 2x3 plate, stick a 1x3 on top. Then we have one of these brackety type pieces here, I don't know what they're called, medium nugget, goes on there, 1x1 round in the same colour next to it. Then on top we'll stick another 1x3 plate, and then across the front some 1x1 rounds medium nugget as well, like that. Then on top, to give us like a tabletop, we've got 2x2 tile medium nugget and a 1x2 plate on the end as well. There's like our table top forming there. Then to do our barrel, we'll get a 1x2 with the round top here. We'll get a barrel piece, we don't throw it on the floor, that sticks nicely sort of on the top there. Then on top of the barrel, it's 2x2 round with a stud, and then we need a tap of course to get the beer out or the drink out, potent drink, like that. And then we can attach that into the back of this piece here, so the barrel sits over the top like that. And of course, to have a drink you also need to have a glass or a goblet, so there's a metallic silver goblet piece there just to go on the side. So there's that piece as well which goes on the side, some more just accessories Next up, the market stall. So the market stall starts with a 2x4 plate, and then we put a 2x4 brick on top. Then we'll stick some 2x3s in reddish brown into the base like this with the 1x2 stud overhang. Then of course at the front of the market stall we need some things to angle to show some fruit or vegetables. So we start with some of these angle pieces there that will clip into, 2 of those. So that's our base of our stall there. Then we put that to the side. We'll get a 1x4 plate. We'll stick a 1x1 with a clip facing upwards on the second stud, and then we'll put that into 2x2s, the male side of the turntable kind of thing there, like this. Then on the bottom studs here we've got some panel pieces in reddish brown. One there, one there, and then with this we can clip that now on the front, so we can angle that down, so it's the front of our stall going on there. Then on top here we're going to stick some 2x3s to give us the top of our stall like this. And I've noticed my clip is the wrong way around. I always put the clips the wrong way around, should be upward facing. And then put some detail on top of this stall now, so put in some fruit and vegetables. We've got this big yellow ball which kind of looks like an orange or maybe a melon or something, and we'll stick a green flower piece, and into that flower piece we'll stick a cherry piece, hopefully, if I can fit it in. That goes in the top there. And then to give us the sort of stall effect we get some antennae, 4 of these in each, one in each corner. There's our stall taking shape. Then we need to do the awning, so just put that down a second. Get another 2x4, flip it over, 2x3 goes in the middle like that, and then we'll stick a 1x4 on top. Then in each corner we'll stick a 1x1 round reddish brown brick in each corner. This is to attach it to the antennae that we put on a minute ago. Whoa, don't drop it. Then if we flip back over again this way round, we've got to put the stripes for the awning on top. So we're going to use some dark red 1x2s and some white 1x2s as well. This is the stripe effect. Then to get the bit overhanging at the front, we've actually got some of these bracket pieces, downward facing 1x1 pieces, again in dark red and white, to continue the stripe down. And then on the ends here we're going to put some of these what I call semicircle type tiles to show the awning flapping down. There, and last one goes on there. So there's our top of our awning for our market stall. So if we bring this back in, we can now stick these into the antennae pieces, hopefully. There, that's it. So there's our, it's quite a tall market stall. Then we've got to put some things in the front here. So one thing is a green leaf in this side, and we have a large baguette that can clip in into that 1x1 clip that we stuck in earlier. So there's a little market stall with some bread and some vegetables. That's our other accessory there. Now we're going to build the cart, which you can attach if you want to the cow that we saw earlier. So it's in blue, so it's a 2x6. Then we've got a 1x2 with a bar piece. Then we have another 5 bar pieces going across on each side. Like that as the base, and then at this end we're going to put a 1x2 tan groove piece in, Then we get two 1x4s with studs on the side, and we're going to put some double cheese wedges in tan colour on those side studs, like that, and like that. And then these go on after the grill piece, looking like this. Then on top of this, we're going to stick a 1x2 plate, then a grill piece, and another grill piece next to that at the top of our stall. I guess that's showing that there's maybe some hay inside here. Then we stick another grill piece on our plates that we just stuck on as well to give us a little texture. Then for the side of the cart, we're actually going to use these flag pieces in blue, clip them into these 1x2 bar pieces on all sides. What's interesting is I noticed we didn't get a sticker sheet inside this either. And then you push these flaps up, and of course they rest against the cheese wedges, and it gives us a nice angled side for the cart, which is quite a clever technique. So that's the cart bit. Now the bit that you need to pull the cart. So we get a 2x4 plates. We've got one of these 2x2s with the where you put a wheel on. Then we attach that to this cart pulling piece, for a better word. Stick a 1x2 brick on that end, and then we can attach this into the bottom of the cart we made. Then we need the wheels, of course, so we've got these wheels, these large brown wheels, which we can just clip into that axle we stuck on. So there's our cart there. There's a little note here as well in the instructions. It says yon cart is drawn by oxen, an oddity as this reminds one of cousin Willer's windship. So yes, it's an ox, I suppose, so I should say that. And then we've got a little bird as well that we can perch on the back of the cart like this. And so the cow, or the oxen as it is, we'll take out these middle pieces here, and then we can stick that on the back of the oxen there like that, and now we've got it pulling along. That's the last piece of bag one. So we've done all this sort of accessory, or some of the accessory pieces with the cart and the ox. Oh, Siri doesn't want to talk. Then we've got the stool, we've got the ale or the alcohol, some hay bales I think they are, and of course our sort of farmer is walking to market, I guess. So that's our first bag. Interesting pieces in that. Let's crack open bag two. We also need some oversized pieces for this next bit, so we've got some of the larger dark tan plates to build us a base. Also got some green bits. Brandon, happy Thanksgiving for tomorrow in Canada. It'd be nice to have a day off. So, let's open the oversized bags, and we need two of these dark tan plates for this next section. So we start with that, and we get a 1x8 brick in grey, just have it overlapping by two studs, and we attach our other dark tan plate. Then we've got 2x3 that goes in, and an angled wedge that goes on the overlap there to create a sort of angled part. Then we have a 2x2 corner which overlaps there, a 2x2 dark grey, dark bluish grey brick, and we actually then put a 1x4 arch piece just across the back there. Then we're going to add some green, so we've got another wedge type piece but in bright green, and a 4 by 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 4 by 12, and then goes under those studs there. Then the next bit we've got two 2 by 4s, we've got a 2 by 2 dark bluish and a 1 by 1, a couple of those in bright green too. So 2 by 4 goes in there and there. Then our 1 by 1s, one goes in there, another one goes in the corner here. Then we get 2 of these large semicircle pieces, and we'll stick them there and there into the dark bluish grey brick. Then we have one of these large pieces, and we've got a dark bluish grey smaller angled piece, and a 1 by 1 plant piece in green as well. So we stick this big round piece here into this jagged area that we made, and then our other angled piece goes in there at the end. Our little green flower piece just goes on there, so we've got this building up now. Then we're going to introduce some white pieces next. So we've got 2 of these 2 by 6 curved pieces, and we've got 2 little 1 by 3 white arch pieces. We've got 2 macaronis in dark bluish grey tiles, a couple of quarter circle tiles, like a doorstep I think we're making here, and a 2 by 2. So to start off with, stick these 2 together, and then we'll just tile them. Again, I think this is just going to be like a doorstep or something like that. Stick the tiles in to cover it up. So we've got something like that, and before we put that in, these arches go in first next to each other, coming out from here, and our doorstep or whatever this piece is just goes on there. Then we get 2 2 by 4 plates in reddish brown, stick them together. We've got some 1 by 4, a 1 by 4 dark bluish grey tile, and a 1 by 4 brick in white goes on there. That's going to go on in a second, but before we do that, we get another 2 by 4 and a 2 by 3. So first the green one, 2 by 4 goes in, then we'll stick our 2 by 3, then this piece that we just created, and then across here we're going to cover up these white bricks with 1 by 2 dark orange tiles, just like that. Then we've got a couple of 1 by 4 dark bluish grey arches, another 2 by 4 green, another couple of 1 by 1s in green, and a light bluish grey 2 by 3. And we're going to build out this section here now, so another 2 by 4 next to that other one. We'll then stick a 1 by 1 in there, then our 2 by 3 in grey goes in. Our other arch then goes in this gap here, another 1 by 1 there, and our other arch goes down there. So we've got some arches forming on the base there. Then we need another large green 6 by 6 curved plate that goes on there, and same as we did before, we've got another one of these huge green pieces, and we've got 2 2 by 3 sloped green pieces and a little flower piece, and our large green piece just goes in here to make that smooth out. Continue that with these 2 by 3s in this gap, and then our little flower goes down there. So that's how that's coming together. Then we've got 2 by 4, a 1 by 1, and another 2x3. So more foundational work here. Our 2x4 goes in there, 2x3 comes off, and then our 1x1 goes just in there. Then we've got some more green plates, so a smaller quarter circle here, that's going to go in this gap there, and then our larger 4x8 just goes on there. Then we need 4 2x3s, 1, 2, 3. We've got 2 of these cutaway pieces, and we have a wedge piece, and our little cutaway pieces go in here and there. Then we have our wedge piece, and then our 4 2x3s just go next to each other across there and then in there. So it's all the foundational work for this section done. Then we're going to go over this side now. So for this one we need a 1x1 with a clip in light bluish grey. We've got a 2x4 plate, reddish brown, a couple of upward facing bracket pieces. What else have we got? So we've got a corner brick, so a 2x2. We've got a ball joint 1x2 plate, a 1x4 plate in light bluish grey, and a 1x2 in light bluish grey. I think that's all of it for now. So we get the 1x4 plate, stick the 1x2 2 studs on, and the other one has the ball joint piece into that. Cover that with a 2x4 plate, and then into the bottom of that we'll stick these bracket pieces. So I suppose this makes it look like it's a shelf being held up on the wall. So that goes down this end over here. Then our corner brick here is going up next to the little flower we've got, and then our clip piece goes inward facing next to that. So we end up with something like this on this side. This will be where the other side of the castle will be connected. Now we'll build up this round section or square section in the middle. So we need a couple of 1x1 in whites, a couple of 1x4 plates. We've got a 1x2 masonry brick somewhere, a 1x3 brick, another 1x8 brick, and another those angled pieces. And we start off with sticking the 2 1x4s plates together. And while we're doing that, we'll stick these 1x1s in white either side of this doorstep that we started to build. Then we'll stick the 1x4s plates in there. Masonry brick goes in next, then our 1x3, and then we have an angled brick, and our 1x8 goes in between that, just to build all of that section up around there. Then we're going to add some looks like foliage or sort of details of some things. So we get a dark tan 2x2 round, then we've got 5 2x2 round bright green tiles, 3, 4, 5, and then a couple of macaroni tiles in green. First off, we'll stick one of the green tiles on top of this dark tan. That's going to go in our corner here. Then we have another one next to that, another one over there. Then there's a macaroni goes round that, and our other one there, another one there by the look of it, and our macaroni there. So that's the green foliage added on that. Now we're going to build up using dark grey, dark bluish grey, some more castle details. One of those. What have I missed then? So 1x3, 2 of those, I think that's it. So we start off on this side with this sort of angled piece goes on there, and we have this large wedge brick there. We have a 2x2 goes behind here, and a 2x4 that goes across. Then another angled piece and a slope piece. So putting up a bit of a rocky kind of outside space. Then we stick a 1x3 wedge across here. 2x2 goes in, and then another smaller wedge piece here just to give us some angle over these green areas here as well. Then we'll build this side up again. So we've got 2 1x4s in bluish grey, a 1x4 in white, masonry brick, 2x2 corner. So the white 1x4 goes on first across here, and our 1x8 across there. Masonry brick sticks just behind like that, and then our 1x2 behind that, and then our 1x8 goes right across to the back, all the way along like this. Then we'll put that to the side a moment, and we've got to build something separate. So we start with a 3x3 plate, stick a 1x2 plate on top of that, then a 2x4 coming off there, and a 2x3 then going underneath. Then we're going to put some dark bluish grey wedge pieces there and there. 1x3 brick, and then a masonry brick at the back. Then we need some hinge pieces or hinge bricks. It's part of the mechanism that's going to connect the different sections together, so pop those in. And then you've got one goes that side, one goes this side. So we end up with something like this. Then if we come back to here, what we're going to do is we're going to connect one of them to there and the other one over there. So that goes on, and this is going to be at an angle, so it fits into this angled space we've left there. Push that together, it's going to fit into here. Put that hinge in there, and then we've got a 2x2 corner, and then 2 of these cutaway pieces continuing down that side. So now we've got an offset here of a nice angle, maybe where tower's going to go. And there's a little note here that says, how can these walls fit together? There's a magic at work here never seen before. There you go. Then we're going to get just 4 plant pieces, just to add some like foliage on the outside of these sort of rock mountain area that we've created. Stick one on the ends, one down there, one up the top there, and then one in the middle there, so just to reduce the harshness of this mountainy area. Then we're going to flip it round and do sort of some internal detail, I guess. So we've got a little window, black frame with an insert. Put that together first. We also need 2 1x3s, dark bluish grey, 1x4 jumper. And then what we're going to do is, over here, in this section here, we're going to stick the window piece in first. It's going to have a 1x3 plate in front of it, then a 1x4 plate in front of that. Then we'll leave 2 studs on the end here and put another 1x3. Then we have a jumper, and then our other jumper goes in there like that. So next step, we've got an arch, a blue tile, and these new pieces here, 1x1s that are like 2 plate high, 2 of those. There's a little note here that says, looks like someone sat on a 1x1 brick, or have they stretched a plate? That's reference to this new brick here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to stick the arch in the middle of these jumper tiles that we've just stuck in. Then our new brick 1x1 goes on the end here, and the other one goes in the corner up here, and our blue tile just goes in front of that window that we've just stuck in there like that. That's kind of what this area is looking like. Now we're going to build out more of this tan area, so we've got 4 of these corner arch type pieces, a 1x3 masonry brick and a jumper. We stick another jumper on top of the arch we had earlier, and then we stick these corner pieces into each of the jumper slots back to back. Why did I do this one last? Should have done it first. Just like that, so sort of built out, could almost be a table, but we'll see what it's going to be. Then we stick a masonry brick in there and a 1x3 to build the wall up over that side. Then we're going to get a couple of 3x3 tan tile, or plates, sorry, an arch, 1x3 and a masonry brick. And yep, this is actually going to be a table. So to do the table, we'll stick these 3x3s on to make the tabletop. Then we'll stick an arch piece up here in front of the window, masonry brick behind, and a 1x3 to build the wall up. So now we've got a table there, and then we've got a little arch here, a little bit of blue tile in there, and a window at the back. And the last bit I think for this bag is to put some food on the table, so there's a little banquet going on. So we've got a 2x2 with a stud in. We're going to put a croissant on that. I'm not sure if they had croissants back in the medieval days, but maybe they did. I'm not sure, but they've got them here. Then we've got some bowl pieces we're going to stick on the table as well. And then we've got another plate, so another dark tan piece, got a dark green leaf, and then we'll stick a cherry piece into that. So that's the other dish on our table here. That's how bag number 2 is finished up. We've got another minifigure in bag 3. Which I think looks like a blacksmith to me. Not sure if that's his official title, but he certainly looks like a blacksmith. So the backs, oh, there's another bag. Let's see that other bag. So the blacksmith then, if he is a blacksmith, he's got an apron torso, dark tan colour, printed on the back and the front. And he has, if I can find them, printed legs as well, which continue the apron down. And he's got some sand blue sort of legs behind that as well. Then he has another, there's his head, one printed face, quite jovial there. He's got some hair coming down the side as well, and he's got a big mop of hair on top of his head as well, which is like a big brown, very big, huge lump of brown hair as well. So that's our second minifigure on the side. And we're going to build some more detail on here. There's a little note here that says, what doth such oddly placed candle illuminate? So we're going to put, where we had this funny shape here with a clip, we're going to put a candle in that. And it's saying, what are we illuminating? So something's going to build in there. So we get a candlestick and a flame piece and just stick that, slide that into that little section there. That's our first job. Then we need 4 1x4 bricks. 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 3 1x3s. 1, 2, 3. A white 1x1 with a clip and a 1x3 tile. So now we're just going to build the wall up basically around here. So we put two 1x4s in and another one going across. Build this new angle piece out. So we've got our 1x3s going in here. Finish off with a 1x4. Then our tile is going to go on this white 1x4, and so is our 1x1 with a clip. It's going to face onto that as well. So just adding up to there. Then we're going to build more walls out, so all this side's got to go up as well. So we need a 1x3, a 1x8, a 1x4, a masonry brick. 1x3 goes down there, and our 1x8 behind the candle. Masonry brick on the end, 1x4 just in there. Then we've got one of these indented pieces, which is like a smaller version of the tops of the Titanic, and into that we're going to stick a 2x2 round blue coloured tile to give us what could be a well or some water in there. That's going to sit in here by the look of the instructions. So a nice sort of angled tower there. Then we've got a vine piece that's going to go into a 1x1 with a stud on the side. Standard vine issue. That's going to go next to our candle on the outside. And then we've got a 1x1 with a clip here. We'll stick a 1x1 round with a pin piece into that clip, and then into the top of that we'll stick another flame. It's a nice effect. It kind of looks like a melted candle as well, which goes next to the other candle. So on the outside now we've got this candle and this other candle and some vine growing down. That's it for that step, I think. Then we need one 1x1x3 brick. We've got a couple of 1x2s with studs on the side. There's one. Where's the other one? There's the other one. We've got a 1x4 and a 1x3. A couple of masonry bricks, 1x2 ones. We have this water piece here. It's like flowing water. 4 1x1 upward facing clip pieces in reddish brown. 2, 3, 4. We've got a cheese wedge, and we have a 1x2 with a clip facing upwards. So we start with a clip facing upwards piece, and we stick the cheese wedge onto that stud, and into that clip we're going to stick our water piece into the top here. So it makes it look like water's flowing out, which is quite cool. And that of course is going to go into this big tank which we just stuck in, made it look like there's water trickling in. Great effect. Either side of that we'll stick 1x2 masonry bricks. But then if you look at that closely, you can see the water flowing into that. Just a nice little effect. Then our 1x1 goes on this white 1x1 here, just to continue the pillar up there. Behind that we stick a 1x3, then a 1x4. Then these 1x2s with studs on the side, we're going to stick these 1x1 plates with clips on the top. Do that twice so we can hang things on this, I guess. End up with something like this. Maybe this is like a kitchen perhaps, where things are being prepared. So maybe that's not a blacksmith, maybe that is like a medieval chef. So now we're going to build an oven by the look of it. So we start with a 4x6 black plate, stick a 1x3 black brick on one side. Then for some flame effects we've got some orange trans cone pieces. 4 of those go in. Very much the kitchen, I think. Then we have another 1x3 at the end there, and we have a gold pan that's going to go into the fire. Goes into the fire there like that, and then the ends we've got some white 1x1s with studs on the front, going either side. Just like that. Then we had another layer of 1x3s on either side, and some more of these 1x1s with studs on the side in white. Then to cap it off, we stick some 1x4 plates in white either side like this, and then we get a white 4x6 plate that sticks on top. Then we've got a 1x3 tile just over there, and then we're going to put a 1x4 brick in white across there. We've got a normal 1x2 brick then, and then we've got a couple of 1x1s with studs on the side that go on top. Just like this now, so we've got some studs on the front as well. Then we're going to add some tiles now to the front, so we've got some macaronis that go on, give us a big archway into the fire, like that, and then we stick some just normal 1x1s then underneath on these other studs. Like that. That's our kind of oven piece going on there. Bring back in our model. That's going to then sit just by these dark orange pieces that we had earlier. Just clips into that place there. So there's the oven. Then it's building up the walls again. So we have another 1x8, a couple of 1x4s, masonry brick, a couple of corner bricks, small 1x3 arch, a white 2x4, and a white 1x2. So a white 1x2 is just going to go here. Then we've got our 2 corner bricks which go either side of this well at the top. Then we have a masonry brick, a couple of 1x4s I think. Our arch goes above the candle here, and our 2x4 in there, and our 1x8 out there. So now our candle is in a nice arch. I'm starting just to enclose that, and there's some steps forming at the back there as well. Then we've got some more layers to add, so we've got 5 1x3s, 1, 2, 3, 5, another 2x4, another 1x2 in white, another masonry brick, another couple of corner bricks, another small arch brick if I can find it, there it is, a 1x8, a couple of 1x4s, there's the 1x8. 1x8, 3 1x4s, and that should, and a tile of 1x3. So I think that's about right. So to start us off, then we stick the 1x3 at the back here. A 1x3 arch goes above the water, and then the other 1x3s go either side. Then we have the 1x4, and the 1x4, and a 1x3 for that side of the wall. We also need another hinge piece here that's going to go on the corner. And we'll have a corner brick that goes around that at the back. Then a 1x3 and a 1x4. And the mesh brick, and then our tile then goes on top to continue our staircase. It's going up there as well, like so. So I think that's all of it for that one. Is that right? Looks like it. And you can see the little water now coming out of this arch, which is quite effective. So next up then we need a couple of 2x4s in white with a 1x2 in white, another tile, 1x3, 1x3 brick, corner brick, a ball joint, 1x4 plates, 1x2 upward facing bars, and a couple of brown 1x1 rounds. And what we do is the 1x3 tile is actually going to go above our little water area here to start with. Then we have another corner brick goes in here, and our 1x3. Our 2x4s in white just go at the back here to continue the staircase. 1x2 just goes in front there. And then we're going to build this little contraption here. So we start with this 1x2 with a bar facing up, stick a brown 1x1 round. Then we stick a ball joint piece in there, and our other 1x2 upward facing bar. Then a 1x1 round, and then a 1x4 plate on top. And this interesting piece goes on this side of the wall. So now here you can see we've got two ball joint connections here. We've sort of built the staircase up, ready to go. Then we add another step, so another 1x3 goes at the top here. We've got two lots of hinges going in, and a 1x3 and a masonry brick. Stick the hinges together. Hinges are going in here just to reinforce this angled piece that we've already connected. And we have our masonry brick and our 1x3 brick as we continue this sort of tower moving up. Then we've got a 2x4, a 1x4 in white, a couple of 1x3s and a 1x4. 1x3 goes in here, then our 2x4 and our 1x4 just go in at the top here. Will be needed for our staircase. Then it's a 1x3 and a 1x4. Squeeze it in, just in there, so nothing too exciting on that one. Then we get a nice massive 1x6 large arch piece. We've got a couple of 1x2s in white with clips on, and a couple of 1x1s in white with clips on. We've got a 1x4, 1x3 and a couple of 2x2s angled pieces. And our arch is going to go across here where we've got the staircase. It's going to be an archway into the staircase and the well. Then we stick our 1x1 with a clip, then our next 1x2s with clips, another 1x1 with a clip. Then we've got a corner piece, and then a 1x3, and then over this side, corner piece and a 1x4. So it's looking like this now inside this kitchen area. So we've got lots of clips, got a big archway now leading up to the staircase and the water area. Then we're going to build like a little shelving of pots and things by the look of it. So we get a 1x2 reddish brown plate, and we're going to stick a trans green 1x1 round and a medium nugget one next to each other. dark brown 1x1 round goes on top of this one, and a tan on top of the green one. Then it's another 1x2 for the next shelf. On that we stick a 1x1 trans clear brick and a 1x1 round black brick. Another tan 1x1 round and a brown one. And another shelf for 1x2. Then again trans green, medium nugget one, tan top and a brown top. There's a stack of bottles and things, and what we're going to do is that's going to fit in this corner here where we've got a gap, just to make it useful. So that sits in there now. Next up, interestingly, we've got some white carrots. So he says, are those turnips or carrots? If only they didn't share such a similar colour. So I guess they're supposed to be turnips. So we've got these little white carrots. We've got green shoots to go in the top. There's our turnips. We also have an extra green shoot, a dark green leaf, and a dark green paddle. Dark green paddle goes on top of the leaf to make this vegetable. And then if we get our set back in, these are going to go into these reddish brown clips. So first off, our turnip pieces. Just put that down while I clip it in. So two of those go next to each other. Then we have a downward facing green shoot. And then we have this green leaf. So we end up with some vegetables hanging in the kitchen there like that. Then we need to fill up all the clips that we've got over here and these hooks as well. So for those, we're going to have an oar from a boat. We've got a saucepan, a frying pan. We've got a meat cleaver, a silver spoon, a green bottle, another one of these squished 1x1s. We've got two pretzels. Who knew they had pretzels in medieval times? A brown 1x1. So to start with, we stick the brown 1x1 round on top of this squished piece here. That's going to sit on this little shelf that we built into the side earlier, and next to that we'll have the green bottle. On these hooks we're going to stick our pretzels hanging. Our boat oar goes on the side here. I guess that's used almost like you lift pizza into an oven. Maybe that's used as a paddle to push food into the oven. And just add the saucepans above the oven. With our meat cleaver. And so we end up with something like that. So we've got a bottle, potion there, pretzels hanging up, and then here we've got the paddle and all the things you need to do the cooking with. So that's our sort of kitchen scene. Then to finish off, we've got this massive 1x16 brick that's going to go right across the top here, and in front of that we've got some of these arch pieces. Again, are going to go across here and here, and then on the outside here to finish off, we've got this quarter tile here. We're going to stick a little piece of foliage in there, and that's going to clip on top here. So now we've ended up creating a nice little scene there with that arch, and on top here we just put some more green foliage. We're not done yet though, of course. You can get one of these 1x8 tiles, plates, stick these larger 1x14 on. That's going to go on our archway to strengthen that up. And then we've got a couple of masonry bricks just go to secure the arch into position, so it's now filled in across here. Then a bit more to do to plate it out a bit more. So we need 1x8, 3 1x3s, 2x3 dark tan, and we have another step, so 1x3 tile, then we've got a 2x3 dark tan, 1x2, 1x3, 1x8 goes across here. Stick the 1x3s to secure this area up here as well, plates. And then the last step, we're going to get some dark tan pieces. Goes on there, then we've got a 2x8, then we've got another one here, stick a 1x4 plate across here, 1x8 across there. So there we go, so that's the end of bag 3. We've got the sort of roof on the kitchen now, ready for another level. We've got the staircase come outside, but it's pretty cool as a kitchen, medieval kitchen. So bag number 4 then, we've got a Robin Hood style character. So there's our sort of Robin Hood torso there. He's got a green printed tunic with the belt running round as well, printed on the back. He's got some green legs, if I can find them. There they are. Green legs. He's got a bow. What's it called? My mind's gone blank. Quiver at the back there to store all these arrows in. Then we stick his head. Again, he's only printed on one side. He's got a bit of a swish little moustache going on there as well. He of course has the Robin Hood green cap. Into the cap we do get a feather this time, so he's got a little red feather going in there, and he has what I would call a mandolin in his hand. I think it's a mandolin. Let me know if it's not. There's our little Robin Hood style character. Really fun. So put in with the other 2 that we built, and now we're going to build the next level on top of our kitchen by the look of it. So we start with one of these plates here, and then we get a brick that goes on the side like that. Then we get another one that goes on the opposite side, and then in the middle we'll stick a 1x2 brick there. Then we've got a 2x4 slope that goes in, and to that slope we're going to add this massive 6x14 plate, I reckon. Then we add a wedge down the side here just to angle it out, and that's connected again with another 2x4 slope. That's the theory. Just like that. Then we get a 1x4 plate. We're going to stick a 2x2 slope and a 1x2 slope. Find the 1x2 slope. Where are you? Staring me in the face. see it there. Definitely not in the bag. Maybe there's another 1x4 bag. There is a little 1x4 bag that I missed. That will be why I can't see it. Right, so then we get a sloped 1x2 that goes next to it, and then this connects on the end down here. Then we get a large 2x6, and that's going to go next to that. Connect all these wedges together. Then hanging off that overlap, we get some green 4x6 and another wedge that connects in as well. And out here we'll stick a 2x4 brick and a masonry 1x2 brick. Then we're going to put some detail in here. So to do that, we get a couple of these 1x2 rounds. We've got a masonry brick somewhere, a couple of those. 1x3, then a couple of 1x2s, dark bluish grey. We'll have a ball joint piece, a flame, and the hockey puck type scenario. So to start with, we'll get the 1x2 rounded edges, put the ball joint into that, another 1x2 on top. We'll stick our hockey puck 1x1 round with a pin, and we'll stick the flame into that. For our melted candle, that's going to be positioned, where are we? Over here, with a 1x2 next to it. Then over this side, we stick our masonry brick in, 1x3, another masonry brick, and our other 1x2 dark bluish grey just goes in on that bit. And then we're going to build up a bit more of these layers. So we've got a couple of these angle bricks, another slope 1x2, 1x4, a couple of 1x2s and a masonry brick. So there's our angled piece, 1x2 in there. We'll do another angled piece, and 1x2. Then we've got our sloped 1x2, 1x4, and masonry brick. Let's just add in some layers to this section then. Next up, we have a 1x6, a couple of 1x2s, 3 1x3s, masonry brick, and we need a 1x2 with a clip on the ends, and a normal regular couple of 1x2s. We stick the one with the clip in the middle and stick our 1x2s on the top and bottom. It clips into this wall here. And we've got a 1x3 masonry brick, 1x3, and another 1x3. And this side, 1x6, another 1x2, and another 1x2. So again, just building up the walls, nothing too exciting. Sloped brick, 1x3 corner. Then we get 1x2 with a clip in the middle, in terms of a brick, one of those, and a couple of masonry bricks. And then a one side offset, we stick the 1x2 with a clip in there, corner brick, 1x3, masonry brick, and our larger sloped brick just goes in over that. Then we've got some large arch bricks, another sloped one, another 2x2 slopes, 1x2, and a 1x1 with a stud in the side. So the arch piece comes in this side over here, and that over there. That's not in the right place, is it? Is it? check. Did I put that in the right place? 1, 2, then that goes in. Yeah, I think so. Oh, I think I put that in the wrong place. It's better. Now the arch matches up. Went slightly wrong there, but managed to get it back. Then we get our 1 by 1 with the stud in, 1 by 2, and then our sloped piece there. So it's kind of looking like this at the moment. Then we're going to add some more levels. So a couple of 1 by 3s, corner, 1 by 2, some cutaways, 1 by 4. So the 1 by 4 runs down here. And we've got our little cutaway, 1 by 2, 1 by 3 goes here, another cutaway, corner brick, our 2 by 4 then goes in here just to try to connect the arch, and then 1 by 3 next to that, so just trying to make this bit a bit more sturdy. Then we're going to put some detail inside here, so we've got a couple of seats, and we've got some green bottles, looks like people are drinking in this area. There's a little table and some seats. So to do the seats, we get these 2 by 2 modifier with just 2 studs on, and into the bottom we stick 2 1 by 1 curved ends into that. The table is just going to be the 2 by 2. So let's put the barrel goes in, green bottle as well. Push that over slightly. So we end up with a little scene that looks like this. Table there, some chairs, a barrel, glass bottle in the background. Then there's a little note here that says a bowman could really get some good practice with this target. So there's some, this is probably where the soldiers relax. So we're going to build a tabletop. So we've got this 4 by 4 round brown piece. We're going to stick a 1 by 1 round piece with a hole in the middle. Into that, of course, we stick a hockey puck. Give it a little candle again on the table. Next to that, we've got a gold glass or goblet, and then we're going to stick a printed tile with a map on it. Next to that, so this is our table scene. That's going to go onto this 2 by 2 round, which we've already put in here. There's our little table. Then we're going to add some detail. So we've got a sword that's going to go in the barrel. We've got a target tile that's going to go on the wall. We've got a cross or a bow and arrow that's going to clip on the wall as well. So our bow and arrow can go in on the wall there. Sword in the barrel, and then our little target for archers to practice on the wall there. That's how that's looking. Then we're going to continue to build it up now. So we've got another 2 arch pieces, another 2 by 4, 1 by 3 masonry brick, a couple of 1 by 2 curved pieces, a ball joint piece again, 1 by 2. What did I miss? I must have missed something. We've got a 1 by 4 plate. Let's see if I missed anything. So these new archway pieces go on the ends of a scene setting, I think. Then we have a 1 by 3 and a masonry brick that goes across here. Then our 2 by 4. We'll use our plate to connect these 2 arches at the back. Then we do the same thing with this ball joint with the 1x2 rounds on. It goes in to that gap. So that's how we're building up now. There's the sword falling out the barrel. Got to be careful of that. Then we need a vine piece. We've got a 1x1 stud on the side, another corner brick, 1x3 and a 1x6. So the 1x6 just goes across this wall here. We of course stick the vine piece into the 1x1 with the stud on the side. That goes down near our sword and barrel. Then we have a 1x3 and our corner brick that just levels up everything on this side, so you can see vine is coming down here. We just built this bit up here. Then we've got a couple of 2x4s, corner brick, masonry brick, one of these inverted pieces here, 1x8 plate and a 1x4 plate. One of these unusual pieces here, and then we start with getting the 1x8 and sticking the 1x4 underneath. That of course then connects to our arches. Then at the end we stick this unusual brick. Corner brick goes this end, then the masonry brick, and our 2x4s go next, and then that weird inverted brick. So that's how it's kind of currently looking. Gonna add some more vines, so 2 more. They're going to be on a 1x1 with a clip piece. And I think they're sticking outwards, sideways. So they're going to go on top. So it looks like the vine is moving across the top of the room. So it looks like something like that. So it moves across. And there's a note here that such a peculiar map, what could all this blue represent? Surely no sea is so large. Unusual. Then we're going to stick these inverted pieces in between where we've just stuck the vines. So we've got 3 of those. Then a 1x4 goes across, and one of these cutaway pieces just connects it all up together. Then we're going to build a sort of a ladder piece. So we start with a 2x4, 1x2 with the bar in, and then we'll stick the corner plates all around that. Then we'll stick some downward tooth pieces on either side, and into this bar piece we'll stick a reddish brown ladder piece that will also be angled down. So if we come back here, we also need to put another couple of corner plates in the middle to level it off, and then the ladder will go in here like this. So now there's a ladder to move up the tower, I guess, onto the next level. Then we get some dark tan pieces. So we've got a wedge, a 1x8, a 1x3s. 1x3s go across here and here, and our large wedge piece across there, a 1x8 then, and a 1x2 goes at the end. Then we have one of these hatch pieces that goes in next. Then we've got a 4x6. We then stick a 1x2 reddish brown brick in, 1x2 plate, a 1x3 plate, and another 1x2 plate on top, just like that. Then we get what we built earlier in this piece, and we're going to connect these two together with the ball joints that going on. So they're stuck together now at this nice angle, and here we just connect a hinge piece just to secure that front part up there as well now. So we just put the hinge in. Some nice angles to this one. Then we just got to finish this off, so you stick a 1x3 brick in there, 1x1 here with a stud on the side, just to make that look a complete area. Then we've got some wedge pieces to level the floor out. Then we stick another 1x2 brick in there, a couple of 1x2 plates either side. Then we'll stick our wedge pieces in, here and here, and last one up here, just so the flooring then all fills out. So we just added those two areas. You've got the kitchen on this side. As you come through this side, that's where the soldiers are hanging out, and then a walkway to this top level. That's the end of bag 4. So crack open bag 5. Do about another hour or so on this build for today, and then we'll do the second part next week. I'll stick the second part up and the time after this one today. Remember to, if you enjoy this stream, do smash the like button as well, as it's very helpful. Right, so we spin round to the front here. We've got the stairway. We're going to start first off with building up another layer of bricks up here. So we've got a couple of corner bricks, 3 1x4s, 1x3 and 4 masonry bricks. So we start this end, put 1x3 masonry brick, 1x4 masonry brick and a corner brick. We'll skip this tower bit here, and then we'll go straight over here with a masonry brick, a couple of 1x4 bricks, then a masonry, a corner brick and a masonry brick. Just running along here. Then we're going to add some more bricks. So we've got 5 masonry bricks this time. 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 2 1x1 dark blue grey tiles. Then we've got 7 of these 1x2x2s. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 4 1x4s, and 2 1x3s. So our larger pieces, these 1x2s, will go up here. We'll stick the tile in to give us like the base of a window. So there'll be a 1 stud sort of window appearing there. Same on this side. The tower. Then just add another layer of the bricks across here. 1x4s in. There's 3 masonry bricks, not 5. So now we've started just to put these kind of windows in, ready for the archers or whoever to shoot from. Going to add some more now. So we've got an inverted sloped piece somewhere. There you go. So one of these bricks. We've got 3 1x3s, 3 1x4s, 3 masonry bricks. Then we've got a couple of the 1x1s with the scroll pieces, like these, 2 of these, And so we start with the masonry brick over here and over this side. Then we've got our scroll bricks going on the inside here and here. And a 1x3, 1x4, and another 1x3 there. A 1x3 masonry brick, 1x4, then this inverted slope piece goes on the end here, and then a 1x4 there. So on the outside now it's looking a bit like this. So 1x4, then we've got some 1x4 tiles in dark bluish grey. There's 3, where's the other one? There it is, hiding. We've got a leaf, we're going to put some foliage on the outside, and we've got a shoot. Then we've got some 1x1s and third, 4 of those, 3, 4. And so this is part of the building our windows where the arches are going to shoot out of. Nice and narrow. So we stick these 1x1s, the 1x4 tiles into that gap. Then we stick our leaf on the outside, and the 1x1 with the stud on the side we stuck on earlier. Stick a shoot through that, and 1x4, 1x3 goes down here. So now on the side we've got some foliage, and you can see these, that one's not running properly. And you can see these little skinny windows now where the archers can shoot from whilst being protected. Build a bit more of the bricks on the outside. So corner brick, 3 masonry bricks. We've got 4 1x2 plates. 4, 3 1x4s. We've got some hinge pieces, 3 of them. So there's 2 male, 2 female. And where's the other male? There. We've got 4 of these new 1x1s. And I think that's it. So we'll connect all of our hinge pieces together. These are going to go. Where are they going to go? Goes there. On the corner of these. Towers here. Stick a masonry brick in over this side. 1x4. Another masonry brick. Then over this side. Got masonry brick. 1x4, got a corner bricks can go in here, and then we're going to stick this squished brick with a 1x2 plate that comes off either side of these window pieces. Holds them into place, hopefully. Ouch, that was my finger. And then a 1x4 finish off there. So now we've just added a layer. Bricks around there. Then we're going to flip on the inside. And we're going to add some detail now. Kind of this area up here. We've got some tiling to go on. So we've got a couple of 2x2 tans. Corner and a 1x2. Then we've got a couple of medium nugget 2x2s. 1x2, and a black jumper. So first off, 2x2 modified there. I'm just going to tile this area out at the top. And our jumper goes in there. Tiled out on that section. Not sure what for yet. Let's find out. We're going to continue the tiling round here as well now. We've also got some bricks we need, so 1x3, 1x4 corner brick and a 1x1 round in reddish brown. Then we need some more tiles. That's it. So first off, stick a 1x3 brick there, 1x4 run across the stairway. Then we have a corner. Then our reddish brown 1x1 round goes in just there. Oh, then we just tile this section now. One in there finishes that off, so you can see the tiles moving outwards. Then we've got some more to do, so we have another corner one, another couple of these squished 1x1s, 2, 3, 1 and 1. So continue the tiling then out this way. Corner brick goes in there, then our squished brick, then we put a 1x3 like a doorway and another squished brick over that side. Then we're going to do a trap door, and there's a note here that says, whatever is the entrance being covered, is yonder chamber down below meant to be hidden from her ladyship? Interesting. So is this area we built earlier supposed to be a hidden place? So we're going to take a normal sort of hatch like this, we'll stick a double jumper 2x4 tile, then we've got these grill pieces, so we've got two next to each other and then one in the middle. That clips in over there, and then around that I'm going to stick some more of these grill pieces. Around it like this. Then I think we're going to make a piano, so let's put that to the side. Get a 1x6 in reddish brown upside down. Stick a 1x1 round to the bottom there. And a 2x2 round in there. Flip it over. Stick a 1x2 plate on top there. And another 1x2 plate. Then a tan 1x2 brick with studs on the side. Then we've got 3 Erling bricks running, and a normal 1x1 with a stud on the side, so not an Erling, it goes in the front here. Then we get a 1x2 tan, tile goes on top. We've got a printed 1x2, hopefully with a little piano piece. Right there. Then we have one of these curved pieces and a 1x1 tile to fill in the last earling like this. Then we have a 1x6 tile and a 1x3 tile. This makes us this little, as a harpsichord. Don't know what medieval pianos were. It says harp are those melodious sounds of harpsichord. What a modern musical marvel. Yes, this is a harpsichord. So if we bring back in here, that's going to go on that jumper that we stuck in earlier at an angle. So there's a harpsichord detail there, and now we're going to add some more bricks. So we've got a couple of masonry bricks, corner brick, 1x3, an arch, dark orange tile, French brown tile, and the 1x2 plate, and a couple of semicircle type tiles as well. So now we're going to build this out here. So masonry brick goes next to the harpsichord. Then we've got a corner, another masonry brick, then our arch, which we're going to put the 1x2 plate on top to level it off. That's going to go in next across the stairway. Then a 1x3 comes in, a 1x2 or 1x3 tile. This is kind of setting the scene for another staircase going up. And our semicircle goes onto our squished bricks either side of the doorway, and we need a masonry brick here and a 1x3 brick after that. Then this dark orange tile goes across like that there. Then we need two more arch pieces. Need a 1x4, 1x3, a couple of these 1x1s, and the third masonry brick. We've got a 1x1 round with a log 1x1 tile we stick on top. That log just goes in there next to the tile we stuck on. And we have another dark bluish grey for another step. So the other step goes on there. Then we have an arch, a masonry brick, and another arch going over our harpsichord. 1x3 in the middle here. 1x4 goes on there, and then our two 1x1s with the studs facing inwards here goes on either side of this sort of doorway. So this is kind of what we've got forming at the moment on this level. I'll put that to the side because we're going to build a little fire now, fireplace. So 1x4 plate in black, stick another one of these 1x2 pieces, and another one, and another one, if I can find it, like this. Then we'll stick a 2x4 dark orange in the bottom. We've got some trans orange cones for the flames, again at the back. Then out the front we've got these 1x1 and a third bricks, and into those we stick some of these curved 1x1 white bricks either side of the fire. And on top stick a 2x4 white plate, just like that. That's our sort of fireplace forming. To finish it off, we'll stick a dark orange tile, and behind it we'll stick some 2x3 plates. So that's our fireplace. Come back here, we can stick that then just in that gap there, so you can see it's pushed into place there. So our little fireplace. Then we've got to add some more detail, so we've got a couple of larger panel pieces like this, two of those, 2x3 in black, 1x3 brick, 2x4 brick, corner brick, 1 by 1 with a clip, another squished brick, and I think that's it. So get a 1 by 2 plate and our squished brick together. It goes on top of our 1/3 there, and the 1 by 3 goes on. And on this other side we've got a 1 by 1 with a clip that goes next to the wood. Our panels are going in over this side in the window piece that we've got. Then this 2 by 3 brick goes in the middle here. Corner brick, and then another 2 by 4 brick in there. So you can see the windows, we've put those panel pieces, just built out this section here. Then we're going to get a 2 by 4 and a 2 by 3, stick them on top of each other. We have a 1 by 2 with a clip on in black that goes on top, and a normal 1 by 2 plate. Then we'll stick an inverted 2 by 2 on top of that, and a 1 by 2 next to that. So we've got something like this. That's going to go over this side, over here. Then we get one of these 2 by 2 modified. We'll stick a 1 by 2 plate at the back, a couple more on top the other way, and that goes above our fireplace. And we also have a masonry brick and a corner brick and a 1 by 3 brick going in over this side. Hey Brick Clicker, welcome to the stream. Yeah, it's a good set so far, really enjoying it. I really enjoy these medieval sets. Love the blacksmith set as well. Then we've got some of these semicircles and 2 by 2s, one of those, got a jumper and an axe. So the axe is going to go in above our log next to the fireplace so we can chop the firewood up. Then our semicircle pieces are going to go in our doorway either side. Then our corner 2 by 2s go up here. We then have our, over this side, our jumpers go in at the back, and our quarter plate and a 1 by 2 plates. So now see the doorway, this nice curved piece, a bit of fireplace with the axe going on, and another staircase is building up, and we'll just stick the 1 by 3 tile in there for the final step. That's the end of bag number 5, so it's forming quite nicely now. Bag number 6, we've got 2 minifigures. We've got our first knight of the day and a lady or a maiden that we'll be pulling out as well. So first up then, our knight minifigure. It's got some nicely printed legs here, red and blue, some details on his torso. Of course, he's got the lion knight's crest printed on the back and the front. Got a bit of a, oh, it's a female knight by the look of it. Got a bit of a smirk on there. And then we've got a nice helmet, of course. Ooh, and we have a nice blue feather that goes in the top of that helmet. Of course, she has a sword. And hopefully she has a sword. Sword in one hand and shield in the other. If I can find the shield. Where's the shield? Yeah, brick clicker. It's a bit like a modular, the way it comes together with the different layers as well. It also reminds me a bit like Disney Castle, where you've got this cross section you can see in with the arches forming the framing for the scenes, which are quite nice. There's a shield. Wow, took ages. And then we've got printed shield as well. She's ready to go into battle there. So that's our first knight. Then we've got a maiden, so we've got this, she's wearing a dress, dark green. There's a printed torso with a belt on as well, printed on the back. She's got two facial expressions actually on this one. So you kind of got a sort of smirk and then a large broad smile. And then she has this headdress on here, covering her head. And then she's carrying a silver goblet. So there's a maiden for you. I think it's a maiden anyway. So back to the building up of this. We're going to add some more layers of bricks. First off, we've got two archways. They're going to go on the ends here, forming outwards from the castle. Then we've got a couple of 1x3s, 2x2, a 1x2, 4 masonry bricks, a little red Technic pin as well. Of course we have where's that weird new Technic brick here with a half plate halfway up it, 1x3 tile and 1x1 plate. I think that's it. So is it? Yeah. So then we stick the 1x1 plate halfway in the 1x3 that goes at the back here, just to finish off our window on this side, on this sort of tower. And we've got masonry bricks coming on the side. Then we have a masonry brick there. We get our sort of Technic-y piece here, stick our pin into that. That's going to go outwards by the look of it. And we have a masonry brick next to that. Then we stick our other step here, and then just after that we stick our plates 1 and 2 and a 2x2 and a 1x3. Where's the other one go? There. So just building out that level there. Then we need a 2x2 plate. We've got lots of wedges going on here as well. And another small one. Where's that? That one. And a jumper. 1x3 jumper tile. This time I'm going to build out sort of the floor here, I think. So I don't think this 2x3 is sitting in properly, but maybe it'll be tightened up when I do this bit. So we'll stick the jumper on to that to start with. Then we've got this wedge piece here, and the one there. That one goes there. There, and our 2x2 goes in there. So let's just put that floor out to fill in that gap there, which is quite nice. Then you've got a 2x4 plate, a 1x3 brick, and 4 of these squished 1x1s. So 1x3 goes across first here to secure our little arches that we stuck in, and then these squished bricks are going in here, one over there. Our 2x4 goes across here, and our last squished one goes in the corner there. Then we'll need a 1x6 1x3. We've got 4 more masonry bricks. A 1x2 with a clip in the middle somewhere. There it is. And a semicircle tile. So our 1x2 with a clip goes in here, clipboard facing outwards. And you've got a masonry brick. We've got our semicircle. And then another masonry brick. And another one. Then over this side we have our 1x6 brick. 1x3 in there. And another masonry brick going on here. So it's just sort of slowly building up. Then we've got another couple of 1x6s, 3 1x3s, a masonry brick, and a 1x1 plate. So that goes, 1x1 plate goes into our 1x3. That goes over here to finish off our window on this side. Then we have a 1x3 masonry brick here, and our 1x6 builds that up. And here we stick a 1x3 and our 1x6 to build this wall up here. Yeah, I've certainly got high hopes, Clicker, for this one being the best set. It's doing good so far. Can't go wrong with the castle. I'm not sure, I still haven't seen the Eiffel Tower properly yet, so I'm not sure if I want the Eiffel Tower yet. I'll have to wait and see. Titanic was cool. Really liked building the Titanic, that's for sure. So if it's as good as that, then I might get it. Then we got a 1x4, put our semicircle brick in there. Then we have a masonry brick. Another masonry brick. Then we have our other semicircle piece. Another masonry and another masonry brick. Then semicircle, 1x4, another semicircle, and a 1x4. So we move across the castle here. Then there's another note here that says, "'Tis a majestic crenellation atop yon's curtain wall." As we're building up the top of this, sort of the top of the castle now, we'll start smoothing things out. So we've got lots of semicircle type pieces like this. We've got 3 of those. 2 and where's the third one? There it is, upside down. We have a corner tile somewhere. There it is. A couple of 1x3 tiles. We've got these new, I've not used these ones yet. These are the corner semicircle ones. So we've got 4 of those. We've got 3. Where's the other one? There it is. I think we just need 4 1x1 semicircles now. So we start topping all this off then. So we've got the 1x4 goes across here, and we have a corner one, another corner one on this side, and a couple of single ones. Then we've got 1x4, another 1x4. Corner ones here. Our steps sort of continue up here as well. And then we just finish off with these single ones. So that's all looking nice and smooth now on the top there. Add some more, so we've got one of these ones, a 1x4, another corner one somewhere. Where's the corner one? There it is. A few more of these 1x1s with the scroll effect on. Another masonry brick. A couple more squished bricks. And I think we're pretty good to go there. So on the scroll bricks, we're going to stick the squished bricks on top of the scroll area, like this. Goes either side of our doorway that we've got over here. And we have a masonry brick goes on there. Corner brick goes up this side, and this cutaway piece here, and then a 1x4 goes across the fireplace there as well. Then we have one of these 2x4 sloped pieces, two 1x4s, 1x3, 1x6 squished one, corner one, 1x3, and a black 1x5 plate. So the 1x5 plate goes across the doorway. Then we have our 1x3. And then we stick our 1x6 right across the top of the fireplace. And then we're adding some more tiling here. Building this area up at the back, up there. And I missed a squished one. There's a squished one. It's supposed to go at the end of this tile. And then we put this actually in front of the fireplace, like a hearth, I suppose. So now the fireplace has got that detail on there as well. Then we have one of these pieces, which is again new for me. I've seen these before. So we've got two of those. And we've got two black semicircle pieces. We've got a couple of 2x2s. Of these new 1x2s with the studs in the centre, a couple of corner panels, and 6 1x2 plates. So to start with, we get these black semicircle bricks in the middle, so we'll do that to both of those. They go above the doorway, these black pieces facing sort of in the hallway, leaving 3 studs in the middle. We stick the corner panels then on the side of that and leave a 1 stud gap in there. Then we stick 2 of the plates together. We stick one of these unusual pieces in, stick another plate on top of that, and another plate, and that new piece, and another plate. So end up with something like this. And that goes on the end of our wall there. Then on the other side, stick these plates together with this curved piece, and that goes on this side. So now we've got something that builds up like this. Then we need a couple of 1x4s, a couple of 1x2s with studs on the side, one of these 1x1s with studs on all the sides, and another black semicircle piece. We stick the 1x1 with studs on the side with the black piece on one side, and then that sits in above our doorway in the middle here. Then our 1x2, 1x4, 1x2 goes in, and our 1x4 finishes off, so we've got some more studs on the inside there. Then we'll stick that to the side, and then we get one of these 2x, what are they, 14, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, and we're going to stick some coloured tiles, yellow and blue, alternating all the way across this piece. Just going to decorate this room. medieval colours. And one more. There we go, like that. So now that's done, we come back in here where we've got these studs already exposed. We just stick this right across, like so. So then we have this nice pattern now inside this harpsichord room. Then we get a 1x16 brick that goes right across the front here. Stick a 1x3 just in there as well. Then we're going to add some plates on top here. So we've got this 6x8 plate. Then we've got a couple of 1x5 plates in black that go next. And then we've got a 4x6 dark tan plate that goes on top as well. Then if we go round the outside here, we've got this little red stud that's showing out. I'm going to stick another flower on that, so we get a leaf piece. We're going to stick a yellow flower, one yellow flower on it, and a shoot through the end, and then we're going to attach that on the end. So then on this side you can see got a bit of foliage on the outside of the castle there. That's the end of bag 6, so it's coming together quite well here. Next I think we're going to build a new section, which is probably going to be where the water wheel is going to be. So I'll start this bag. This will probably be the last bag of the day, bag 7. You can see some blue coming through now if we start to put a little waterway or stream or something outside for the water wheel to work on. So we start with one of these 4x12s, stick a 1x3 brick onto that. Then we have a 2x4 jumper, goes by one stud overlap, masonry brick next to that. Then we have a large bright green semicircle piece that goes on next. Then over here we'll stick a masonry brick and a 1x4 brick. We then need a 1x6 corner brick and a bright 1x2. We'll stick the 1x6 across here, and we add the 1x2 plate into the bottom. Then our corner brick just goes in next to that. Then we're going to add some water in, so we've got one of these, 2 yellow 1x1 rounds, a plant piece, a wedge, a couple of these cutaway pieces, and corner piece to make some rocks. So, cutaway piece in there. Build this rock face out. A little flower on the bottom, and then our blue piece just clips into that area there. Then we're going to add another bigger blue piece with a couple of 1x4s, a couple more flowery type things. Put those on our rocks. Then we'll just put the 1x4s coming out here, add that bit at the end. Then we need a masonry brick, and then we've got some transparent clear cheese wedge pieces, masonry brick on the end, and we're going to make some little waves on the water. Maybe that's where the wheel's going to go, who knows. So they're on there making some waves. Then we get a hinge piece. Stick a couple of these squished 1x1 bricks. Like that. Then we have we'll stick the 2x8 along here. Stick another 1x2 plates on the edge there. And then coming over, we've got these curved blue pieces, and they'll go on top of these dark bluish grey pieces. So a bit like water's pouring probably. So 3 of those. Then we stick a 1x3 there and a tan quarter tile next to that. This then clips at the back here, so you can see the water runs down and makes a little wave there with our hinge. 1x3 masonry brick and 3 more trans clear cheese wedges. Then we fill the other side in, so 1x3 masonry brick, and then we add some of these wedges in, so they're back to back with the ones that we put in a minute ago. So like this. Then if we flip this round, we're going to actually stick a 4x6 tan plate in and a couple of quarter tiles. Just to go in there. Then there's a little note on the next bit of the instructions which says, "This looks like a fine spot to place a millstone of some kind. It could even be powered by yon stream." So we're going to do the millstone now. So we start with a 4x4 plate. We're going to get these 2x2s with the studs on the side. 2 of those facing that way, 2 facing the other way. Then we have a 1x2 plate. We get a 2x2 round reddish brown tile in the middle. And then we're going to stick some macaroni tiles all the way around. I did forget there as well. There's a couple of 1x1 rounds. Level that up. Then put our macaronis on. Now that's done, we're going to get 3 1x4 tiles and cover 3 of the sides, square like this. And if we bring this back in, this is going to then stick on into the middle there. So it's like a millstone. Then we need a barrel piece. We've got another 1x1 round in yellow. We've got another flowery piece, 2 cutaway pieces, 2 2x3s, a wedge, corner, a couple of 1x3s, 3 1x4s, a couple of masonry bricks, a 1x4 and a hinge. So to start us off then, our hinge piece is going to go down where this other hinge piece was earlier. Just there, and a 1x4 then runs along next to that. Then on the other side we'll put a 1x4 brick, corner brick, a 1x4, a 1x3, then we do our 2x3, another 2x3, cutaway there, a cutaway, okay. Another wedge, some masonry bricks, 1x4, and another masonry, and then our little flower goes at the top. We have another yellow brick in the middle there, and a barrel goes on top, one of our jumpers, like that. Then the next bit, another 2x3, another couple of cutaway pieces, 2 more yellow 1x1 rounds, 3 1x3s, a couple of 1x4s, a couple of corner bricks, a couple of masonry bricks, a couple of 1x2 plates, and a black jumper. We'll stick 2 of the plates together and then stick a jumper on top. Goes 3 studs in from the side. We have 1x3, a masonry brick, 1x3, another 1x3, masonry brick, corner brick, 1x4. Got to add up another layer. Up we go. Start adding up. Another squished brick. Couple of 1x3s, couple of 1x4s, 3 masonry bricks, couple of 1x6 plates. Stick those together. They run along here. Then we get our squished brick. Then leave a 1 stud either side of this black jumper. Masonry brick in. Got a large wedge across here. We're going to stick a flower onto that. And then another cutaway, another one of our yellow blocks into the middle there. We've got another baguette or loaf here. We've got one of these, another cutaway, a couple more black jumper tiles, some inverted slope pieces, a couple of those, 2 1x3s, some 1x1s and a third, a couple of masonry bricks, another 1x1, and the squished one, and the loaf. I think that's it. So next up, we'll stick the masonry brick up here. Then we have our inverted curved pieces here and here, with the 1x1 rounds going on the ends. Then we get these 1x1s on the third, and we stick jumpers on those, and they go either side of the jumper. We've already had in place there. Then we get a squished brick, 1x3, 1x3 again. Stick the baguette in the barrel and have a masonry brick at the end. So that's kind of where we're at now. A bit rocky outside. Then we've got 2 reddish brown inverted pieces, another jumper, handlebar, 1x3, masonry brick, 3 1x2s, and a 1x1 rounds. And we stick the handlebar into the mason or the jumper, and we stick that into the others to make this sort of cross window, which is quite cool. And either side of that we stick 1x2 plates in to level it off. Stick another 1x1 round on top of that. Then we've got our inverted brown pieces which come over above our loaf of bread with a masonry brick and a 1x3. That's how it's forming. And the last bit for our bag today is a 1x6 plastic inverted curved piece either ends, and we'll shove a masonry brick in the middle. Then we've got a 1x4 on top of that, and another set of curved pieces that goes on the opposite side of the sort of river over here like that, and that finishes off bag number 7. So we're going to stop there today, so we're up to bag 8, so you can join me next time where we continue the castle and building out this section. So let's go back to the main camera. So you can see today this is kind of how our castle is looking at the moment. We'll go over here so you can see all the little windows we've put together over there where the bowmen or bow ladies can shoot from. As we go around on the inside, we've got a nice sort of kitchen going on there. We've got a secret room over this side, which is access through a hatch at the top, and then up here we've got a little harpsichord room going on. And then we've just started to do this section here where we're going to have a little river going down. We'll have a wheel at some point, and then on the inside we've got a millstone and some bread in a barrel. We've also of course built the stalls that we did earlier. We've got an oxen and a cart as well, which is quite a cool one. Various minifigures and some things to put aside. So that's the end of today's stream. If you enjoyed it, of course, hit that like button so that more people get to see it. You can join me next weekend when we'll do part 2 of this build and continue from bag 8 and build a bit more of the castle out as well. I'll put that onto the channel later today, so keep an eye out for that and hit the notify button. If you've not subscribed, then why not subscribe so you get notified when we do future streams on this set as well. And again, a reminder, check the community tab out if you want to vote on what we stream next. The new camp is leading at the moment, so the football stadium for Barcelona. So if you want your say, then hit that sort of vote button on there. And whatever you're doing for the rest of the weekend, enjoy yourself, stay safe, and I'll see you next weekend. See ya.